Hello everybody, this is Drea, creator for Sync's Donut, the comic series on Webtoons. If you follow it, welcome. If you don't, go check it out. And this video is a behind the scenes of how I made the He Has Jokes comic that was uploaded on, well, that will be uploaded on the 5th of April. Sunday, as it always is every Sunday uploaded. These videos are going to be a regular occurrence. They will be posted every Monday after the comic has gone live so that this doesn't spoil anything and you have time to read it before you get to see the behind the scenes. And that way, if you have any questions, you can leave them on the comic and we will answer them in the following videos for the following weekend. Now, next week, I'm planning on having someone with me, either physically here, but with the lockdown, it'll probably be over the phone. They will be answering questions, kind of just hanging out with me, talking about certain comics that we've already done, giving you some behind-the-scenes stuff, that kind of thing. So if you have any questions for any of us, we are all real people. Drea is me, Brittany is my sister, Will's my husband, Ryan's her fiance, Francis, Trisha, Nat, Izzy, Rebecca are all real people. We all exist. We are not made-up characters. I don't make this stuff up. I may exaggerate certain situations, but everything has actually happened. Like this comic, for example. He has jokes. Will did all of this in one day. He just did pun after pun after pun. And he's still so proud of himself for the Propa Panda 14. There it is. You remember Propa Panda. Yep. So proud of himself for that one. Good gracious. So, I can jump right in. When I do these comics, I do it page by page. I don't do one really long comic strip and split it like most Webtoons artists do. It's just not how I choose to work. There's nothing wrong with working that way. I don't. It is what it is. We all work different. So I do page by page, panel by panel. I take the measurements that Webtoons gives you for the page, which is this one. And I just work from that. I'll create a new one, and then I start rough sketching, which let me pull that up. There we go. So I always rough sketch. I don't have these drawn out on paper. I just go straight into Photoshop and sketch them out. Now, I may have a few comics sketched out, but I don't scan them into Photoshop. I just leave them in front of me for reference, because they're not always going to be an exact replica of what I have on paper, because those look kind of rough. But anyways, so I rough sketch, and then once I save them all as pages, which this one is 15, I go through and do the line art, which I have a drawing tablet that I use to do these, and I just draw out the characters, and yeah, it's so nice. And then I go through, you see over here I have all my different layers. Line art's always on the top. I mean, it's just a common sense kind of thing. Always have your line art so that your colors and stuff aren't going over it and it doesn't make coloring so complicated. And then once I have the line art done, I do page by page. I do not do skin tones on all the pages, colors on all the pages. I just work by panel. So for this one, I would do skin tone with the shading and the highlights so that it's not forgotten. And then I would do color with the shading and the highlights so that they're not forgotten. And then once I have that done, I usually do the background, and then I come up and I do the text. For some of them, they do have speech bubbles. I do the text, and then I have a separate layer for the speech bubbles. The speech bubbles are the only things that I do not draw by hand. I use whatever tools I have to get the shape that I want, and then I just fill them white and have them outlined with the, well, can't use it on that one, with the stroke. It gives you the outline. Yay! So that's what I use for the speech bubbles, because if I drew them, they would not look nearly as nice. I think I used to draw them in the first comics, but then I went straight to using speech bubbles so that they'd actually look nice. Also, I have, above the layers on the right side, all of my color swatches. I have a folder for almost everyone. I haven't made comics with my new Photoshop using certain people yet, so I don't have all of their colors, because I just got this setup put in, so I don't have all of them, but I'm working on it. It has our skin tones, hair colors, eyes. So I know Francis's is complete. So he's got his hair, his eyes, his skin tones, his shirt, his jeans. I do the shadows and highlights as I might do them as color swatches. Sometimes I just wing it as I go. That way there's not like 500 different colors in our folders. And I mean, that's basically the basics of it. Everything's broken down. I sketch it, line art, color, shade, blah, blah, blah. And I just do page by page. I usually have them in order. They're not right now because I accidentally closed the first one. So I had to pop it back up, and I just haven't moved it yet. So that way I can make sure it all flows. And then once I'm finished, I show them to Will before I upload it onto Webtoons, because he is the only person I see on a daily basis. And he gives me the, yeah, it's good. So then I post it. And he's never said it's not good. So if there's a comic that's not good, he lied to me, and it's his fault. Don't blame me. I try my best. So that's basically the gist. Next weekend I'm going to do a video of the whole thing. I'm going to have the rough sketches done, but once I start recording, it's going to be me doing the line art for every page. I'm going to try to make it a short one, so that way you're not having to sit through 15 pages of this. Unless it's interesting, then by all means. I'll be doing the rough sketches, then the line arts, coloring. If I can get somebody in on it with me, we can talk. You guys can learn about some more of the comic and who we are as people, and get to know some behind the scenes secret stuff that you don't get through the comics. And I really hope that you guys will stay tuned for that. We'll see you next Sunday for the next comic, next Monday with the next video. Send us your questions. We do not mind answering just about anything. Ask about, culinary school, or the college roommate horror stories, or anything Inktober, or where we're all at, or what we've got going on in our lives, and that kind of thing. I mean, I'm an open book. Ask me whatever you want, and I'll just about answer it. So get those questions in. My Instagram, I usually post behind the scenes. I post updates. My other art projects I've got going on, it's at Drea_Jacobson. S-E-N at the end, not an O. And, yep. This is basically just a quick rundown, so be prepared for next weekend when it's a much longer video of everything going on. Hopefully I can get some approvals to use music in the background from some places that I'm not going to say, and get somebody here with me to help, pass this along so it's not just me talking to myself. So thanks for checking this out. Thanks for reading the comics. So far I have 24 subscribers, which for me is a big deal. And we're up to 2,000 views, so thanks for that. And hopefully we grow into something big. The 50th comic, when we get there, we're at 38 right now. The 50th comic is going to be great. There's going to be certain things set up for that as well. And Patreon is coming. I'm working on it. I know I've said I've been working on it for a while now, but I'm cracking down on it this week. Hopefully it'll go live next week. Obviously the YouTube channel is up for this. And I think this weekend also, or this week, I'm not sure which yet, I'm going to upload a video of me drawing like the series thumbnail that I have. So I'll do a quick drawing for that, how I draw certain things. I can even do a live drawing on Instagram of turning you into a Sinks Donut character. I do not mind doing that one bit, teaching you guys how to create yourself as one of us. I mean, it's really easy, just, it'll be fine. It'll be fun. I get to know you guys a little bit better. You get to know me a little bit better. I want to interact with you guys as much as possible. That way we're not just people behind computers. So thank you to everyone who watched this. Keep the questions coming, suggestions, criticisms, as long as they're nice. Don't be mean. And you guys stay safe, doing what you can with all this lockdown stuff, and I will see you next weekend. So thank you for tuning in, and have a great rest of your week.